50 yards of open coral between him and 35 Japanese soldiers. The morning sun beat down on Peleliu. Temperature was already climbing past 100 degrees, and Arthur Jackson, 19 years old, had just decided to do something that should have been impossible. Jackson did not wait for permission. He did not ask his sergeant. He did not coordinate with the Marines on his right. He simply stood up and ran. The Browning automatic rifle weighed 19 pounds fully loaded. Jackson carried it at hip level as he sprinted across the coral. The BAR fired 30 caliber rounds at a rate of 550 per minute. It was not accurate when fired from the hip, but accuracy was not the point. Volume was the point. Suppression was the point. The Japanese in the pillbox saw him immediately. Their Type 92 machine guns swiveled toward the running Marines. Bullets cracked past Jackson's head. Coral chips exploded around his feet. The air filled with the sound of Japanese automatic weapons. Jackson fired back without stopping. He kept the BAR's trigger pressed and swept the muzzle across the pillbox's firing slit. His bullets would not penetrate 3 feet of concrete, but they would force the Japanese gunners to duck. They would buy him seconds, and seconds were all he needed. The distance closed. 100 yards, 80 yards, 60 yards. Jackson's magazine
this dude killed 54 Japanese soldiers by himself in 7 minutes.
The Japanese gunners had recovered. Their fire intensified. Bullets kicked up coral dust inches from Jackson's boots. 40 yards, 30 yards, 20 yards. At close range, the geometry of the pillbox worked against its defenders. The firing slits that gave the Japanese such excellent field of fire also limited their angles. Jackson reached the blind spot directly beside the main aperture. The Japanese inside could hear him. They could not shoot him. Jackson had carried more than just ammunition in his pockets. He had brought white phosphorus grenades.
Oh shit. I was gonna say, you know, he had pocket full of grenades.
Following Jackson's charge had brought something else. 40 pounds of plastic explosives.
Oh yeah.
White phosphorus burns at 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It ignites on
use this time for some target practice. The real thing's coming soon.
Yeah, that white phosphorus shit was bad. That's the shit they used to drop on people. See what the stocks are today. That opening, down $20, down $240 or something.
Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone.
I need to buy more of that Vanguard ETF.
40 pounds of composition.
$70 a share, but you get like, I don't even know, 7% something. It's such a headache. It should all be automated. Like, I use Cash App. I have all my money in there. I use it to buy my stocks, my Bitcoin, and everything. And then they send my paper into the IRS every year. And I still have to go through and do everything they need. It's so stupid. I skipped the last 2 years, right?
Eliminate all bounty targets.
I ain't said shit. I'm sure it'll come back to me someday, but it's not like I made $1 million. I'm sure I'll have to pay some kind of penalty.
Jackson did not do the logical thing. He reloaded his BAR, checked his remaining grenades, and started walking toward the next pillbox. The second pillbox sat 80 yards northwest of the first. Smaller than the main bunker, 5
Squad mates back on station. Good work.
guns covered his approach. Jackson had lost the element of surprise.
Be advised, an enemy squad is tracking your location.
Had heard the explosion. They had seen their largest bunker disappear in a column of smoke and debris. They knew an American was coming. Jackson used this arrangement. Peleliu's coral ridges created natural channels between positions. A man who knew how to read the ground could move from cover to cover without exposing himself to more than one pillbox at Jackson had spent 3 days watching how the Japanese defensive network operated. He understood their blind spots. He approached the second bunker from its eastern flank. The coral here rose in jagged formations that blocked the firing from an angle. Jackson hauled the last 30 yards on his belly, dragging the AR through the volcanic rock. The Japanese
Enemies dropping into the AO.
They did not move. He had throwing grenades flying over the bunker wall. Japanese Type 97 grenades had a 4-second fuse. Jackson counted the explosions, waited for the pause. The bunker wall and
God damn it. Goodness, crazy ass kids, man.
But he still carried fragmentation grenades. He still carried his PAR. And
Did
he
we get
had
our...
something from the first assault. Jackson's toolbox had ventilation shafts.
bounty?
Designed to prevent carbon monoxide buildup from weapons fire. The
Where is
shafts
he?
were only 4 inches wide, too small for a grenade.
Be
Not
advised,
too small
you
for a
still have
rifle
squad
barrel.
mates outside the safe
Jackson
zone.
climbed onto the bunker roof. He found the ventilation shaft. He shoved the muzzle of the PAR into the opening and emptied an entire magazine straight down. The .30 caliber rounds ricocheted inside the concrete box. Japanese soldiers died where they stood. Jackson reloaded and fired again. 20 more rounds into the darkness below. When he dropped back to the ground, no one inside. 2 pillboxes down, 10 remaining. The third and fourth positions sat close together, mutually supporting. Each one covered the other.
Precision airstrike available.
Standard Japanese defensive
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
attacking grenades. Jackson could not assault one without being
Bounty
shot by the
target's
other.
gone dark.
He
We
solved
lost the
problem
contract.
with geometry. The 2 bunkers faced southwest, toward the marine line. Their firing slits covered a 120-degree arc, but directly between them, a narrow corridor existed where neither bunker could bring its weapons to bear.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
Perfectly straight, or catch bullets from one side or the other. Jackson ran the corridor at full sprint.
I got 10 G's
Third
here.
bunker before its
Where's that low? Oh, it's already next to me anyway.
He jammed his BAR into the firing slit and
Oh,
fired.
I see you, buddy.
Magazine clicked in. He threw his last fragmentation grenade through the aperture.
There you go.
Then he moved to the 4th bunker and repeated the process. 4
Enemy hunters were taken
I
out.
kind of want to keep my ass here.
55 Japanese soldiers dead. Jackson had been fighting for less than 20 minutes. His ammunition was running low. His BAR had jammed twice from overheating. The barrel was so hot it
Enemy
burned
soldier
his
incoming.
foregrip.
Kill confirmed. We've located the rest.
Fallen back. Resupply. But Jackson had
There's an
seen
enemy
something
squad
during
gunning
his assault
for
on
you.
the 4th bunker. Through the
Hey,
smoke
gun
and
for me,
dust,
you ain't gonna get
he
me.
had spotted Marines from his platoon beginning to move forward. His attack was working. The left flank was advancing. If he stopped now, the remaining 8 pillboxes would pin down those Marines exactly as they had pinned down Jackson's platoon an hour earlier. More men would
Your squad mate ID'd a high-value target. Lock and load.
At his ammunition count. 3 magazines, 60 rounds, 8 bunkers remaining. The mathematics no longer made any sense. But Jackson started moving anyway.
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done.
Second, third, or fourth. Not as big as the first, but this one had something the others lacked. A rear entrance. Japanese defensive engineers had learned from American tactics. Marines like to assault bunkers from the flank where the firing slits could not reach. So the engineers built escape routes, tunnels connecting pillboxes to rear trenches. If Americans attacked from one side, defenders could retreat, reposition, and counterattack.
Get your squad to the safe zone. Leave no one behind.
Fifth bunker using the
Check
same
your map.
tactics that had
I've
worked
marked a point
before.
containing enemy
Find the
intel
blind
nearby.
Close
Capture
position.
it for information.
Reach the bunker wall. Back against the concrete. Prepare to climb the
Mark remaining operators from that squad.
Japanese
Hunt
soldier
them down.
on the ground 5 yards behind him. The rear tunnel exit was camouflaged with coral rocks and palm fronds. Jackson walked right past it.
I can't believe my turret's
Soldier
turning up
fired
anymore.
a bayonet fixed to his Arisaka rifle. He lunged at Jackson's back. Jackson spun and fired from the hip. The AR's 30 caliber round hit the Japanese soldier in the chest. The man fell back.
You're clear. Enemy hunters were eliminated.
The noise had alerted the bunker.
Bro, how the fuck do I get down there?
Jackson heard shouting inside. Heard boots
Squad mates
scrambling on
reach the
concrete.
intel.
He had
Joining us to
seconds
speed up the
before more
progress.
soldiers came through that tunnel. Jackson dropped to one knee and fired into the tunnel entrance.
Can't do
The
it.
narrow passage channeled his bullets. Anyone inside his rounds directly. He burned through an entire magazine in 4 seconds.
We've lost eyes on the objective. Contract failed.
When the shooting stopped, Jackson
Oh, God, that's
lay
me.
dead in the tunnel. The 5th pillbox had gone silent. 5 down, 7 remaining. But Jackson's situation is different. The Japanese in the remaining
Your squad mate's
now
located an HVT. This one's high risk, high reward. Keep your eyes
Colonel
on.
Nakagawa had established a communication network across Peleliu's defensive positions. Each bunker could report to a central command post. The command post could coordinate counterattacks, direct fire, then support them. Jackson did not know that runners were already...
Yo, bring him down here, brother.
tunnel network. He did not know that...
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
systematically destroying
Good kill. Marking the rest of that. Hunting.
and received orders to
Get ready. Circle the gun about to close.
What Jackson did
Target down. Marking the rest of them.
You could hear their rifles. You could hear their sergeants shouting orders. His assault had broken the defensive line.
Nine. Keep the pressure
No
on.
longer coordinating their fire.
You have reinforcements inbound.
They were reacting.
Impact. No hit. Your squad made it to the safe
Down
zone.
on elevated ground.
Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
They could see Jackson coming from 200 yards away. Jackson could not sneak up on this. He could not find the blind spot. The Jackson
Squad mates back on station.
one magazine. Rifle squad appeared on Jackson's right. 6 men who had pushed through the gap.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Their sergeant saw Jackson crouched behind
Target down. Marking the
saw
rest
the
of them.
elevated bunker, saw the impossible geometry. The sergeant did not report, did not coordinate. He simply pointed at the bunker.
You have reinforcements inbound.
6 Marines and Jackson attacked simultaneously from 2 directions. The Japanese gunners could not cover both approaches.
Need an ammo crate.
They chose to fire on the larger group, the rifle squad. Jackson reached the bunker while the defenders were distracted. He climbed forward from the blind side. He found the laser shack. He shoved the guard.
Soldiers have been deactivated. This is the end game.
Every bullet counted. The 6th pillbox fell silent. The sergeant's rifle squad had taken casualties.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Still fighting. Jackson used empty weapons.
Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done.
He needed ammunition. He needed grenades. He needed help. For the first time,
Where'd that guy go?
assault began. On the deck was not. Japanese squad
Your squad is top 5. 5 squads still operational with the AR.
one American
All squad mates are in the safe zone.
southern perimeter was collapsed. Nakagawa faced a tactical problem. Interlocking fields of
We lost
fire.
track of the bounty charge. Contract failed.
Remove 1 position, and the network weakened. Remove 6, and gaps appeared large enough for entire Marine platoons to exploit. The colonel dispatched 40 soldiers from seal the breach, kill the Marine who had caused it, and restore the defensive line. Jackson did not know reinforcements were coming.
Precision airstrike ready for task.
Gathering ammunition from dead Japanese soldiers. But Japanese soldiers also carried grenades. Jackson collected 7 Type 97
You're in the top 3. Don't let up now.
2 Type 99
3
magnetic
squads left in the war zone. Stay alert.
He could not
Bro, our
find
whole
more
fucking
AR
team's quit on us.
but he had found a dead Marine M1 Garand near the 3rd bunker. The Garand held 8 rounds of 30 caliber ammunition, same caliber as his BAR. Jackson improvised. He stripped ammunition from the Garand's clips and hand-loaded individual rounds into his empty BAR magazine. Slow work, tedious, but it gave him 40 rounds.
Get to the safe zone.
The rifle
You're losing
squad that had
ground.
helped
Moving.
make the 6th pillbox was reorganizing. Their sergeant still functional, still giving orders.
You hear him? No.
Squad had lost 1 man dead. 3 shot men, no combat effect. No bonsai charge, no screaming. Just discipline.
Only 2 left. It's all on you. Stay alive so your squad can redeploy.
Weapon jammed after 3 rounds.
Fuck you!
Less than 5.
Fucking threw that one turret at the wall on accident, man.
The enemy took that one.
Reloading.
Pause. 5 rounds. Pause. You cannot afford to waste ammunition. Every bullet has to hit. The Japanese formation scattered. Soldiers dove behind rocks. Others fire intensified. Bullets cracked overhead. Full fragments sprayed Jackson's face. The 3 Marines added their brand to the fight. Each round flipped. Each fire.
Every 13, 38.
Japanese soldiers fell. 10, 15. One at a time. They had numbers, they had discipline, and they had orders to be taken firm at any cost. Reloaded the last 20 rounds. The Marines were down to their final clip. Squad's AR man had cleared his jam, but had only 1 magazine remaining. The mathematics had turned against them again. 4 Americans with perhaps 60 rounds between them, against 25 Japanese soldiers still advancing. Then the Coral Ridge behind the Japanese erupted and exploded. The 7th Marines had pushed 3 rifles through the gaps Jackson had created. 40 men with rifles, VARs, and guns. They had circled behind the Japanese counterattack force. They had waited for the right moment. That moment was now. The Japanese found themselves caught between 2 American forces. Jackson and his 3 Marines in front, 40 Marines behind. The crossfire was devastating. Japanese soldiers fell in clusters. Some tried to retreat to their tunnel entrance. Marines cut them down before they reached it. In less than 3 minutes, the counterattack was over. 40 Japanese soldiers lay dead on the Coral. The southern perimeter's last reserve was gone. 6 pillboxes remained. And now, Jackson had ammunition. He had grenades. He had 40 Marines ready to follow him into the final position. The largest bunker complex on the southern peninsula sat 300 yards ahead. 3 pillboxes arranged in a triangle, mutually supporting, heavily manned. The Japanese had concentrated their remaining defenders in this final strong point. Jackson checked his weapon, checked his grenades, looked at the Marines forming up around him. The last fight was about to begin. The triangle formation was the strongest Japanese defensive position on the southern peninsula. 3 pillboxes, each one covering the approaches to the other 2.
It's like all I can do is average down and hope that I can get out here.
Bunkers, plus a network of rifle pits and fighting holes connecting the positions. Standard Marine doctrine called for preparatory bombardment.
I don't understand why it's down. It's not connected to Bitcoin anymore, dude. It's AI.
Gunfire,
Dude, that's,
air support. At minimum,
that's sick
a
as
barrage
sick.
from the regiment's mortar platoon. None of that was available. The naval guns had moved on to support operations elsewhere. Marine Corsairs were busy attacking targets on the northern ridge. The mortar teams could not fire without hitting the Marines already advancing through the area. 43 Americans would take the triangle with rifles, grenades, and 1 man who had already proven that concrete walls could not stop him. Jackson organized the assault in less than 2 minutes. He used hand signals, pointed at positions, divided the Marines into 3 groups. Each group would attack 1 pillbox simultaneously. Jackson would take the center bunker, the largest one, the one with the best field of fire. The Marines moved out at 0847. They had been fighting for over an hour. The temperature had climbed past 105 degrees. Dehydration was becoming a factor. Several men showed signs of heat exhaustion. They kept moving anyway. Jackson led his group of 12 Marines toward the center pillbox. The approach required crossing 60 yards of open ground. No cover, no concealment. Just volcanic rock baked white by the Pacific sun. The Japanese opened fire when the Marines were halfway across. 2 men fell in the first 3 seconds. 1 dead, 1 wounded in the leg. The remaining 10 kept running. They had learned from Jackson's earlier assaults. Speed was survival. Hesitation was death. Jackson reached the bunker wall first. He pressed against the concrete and pulled the pin on a Japanese grenade. The Type 97 had a 4 to 5 second fuse. He counted to 2, threw the grenade through the firing slit, ducked. The explosion silenced one machine gun, but the bunker had 2 firing positions. The second gun kept shooting. Marines outside were dying. Jackson pulled another grenade, counted, threw. Another explosion. The second gun went quiet. He climbed to the roof and found the ventilation shaft. Shoved his BAR.
Oh, I gotta get killed with a melee weapon. I don't know how to fucking say that word. Melee.
Then silence. The center pillbox was dead. On his left, the first assault group had reached their target.
Use a plastic
A
explosive.
Marine corporal had shoved a satchel charge through the firing slit. The explosion collapsed half the bunker's roof. Japanese survivors stumbled out into Marine rifle fire. On his right, the third group was struggling. Their pillbox had a reinforced entrance facing away from the Marine advance. Japanese soldiers inside were throwing grenades faster than the Americans could close the distance. Jackson did not hesitate. He sprinted across the open ground between bunkers. Bullets kicked up coral around his feet. A round grazed his thigh. He kept running. He reached the third pillbox from its blind side. The same blind side the Marines could not approach because of the entrance on the opposite wall. Jackson found the ventilation shaft. He had 2 grenades left. He dropped them both into the opening. The explosions killed everyone inside. 3 pillboxes destroyed in less than 4 minutes. The triangle had fallen, but Jackson was bleeding. The bullet that grazed his thigh had cut deeper than he realized. Blood soaked his dungaree trousers. His left leg was weakening with every step. The remaining 3 pillboxes stood between the Marines and complete control of the
Bro, you gotta keep going.
Jackson had killed approximately 50 Japanese soldiers, destroyed 9 bunkers, been wounded at least once.
Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment.
Get medical attention. Let fresh Marines finish the job. Jackson loaded his last magazine and started walking down. A Marine sergeant grabbed his arm, pointed at the blood, pointed at the arm free. 3 pillboxes.
You fucker.
The 10th pillbox fell at 0912. Jackson killed his 5 defenders with a chain. His leg was killed.
All stations, Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized.
Through the makeshift bandage with every step. The 11th pillbox fell at 0912. Then one required help. Jackson again hit him with exhausted. A Marine brought up the battle charge. Jackson placed it. The explosion killed 7 Japanese soldiers. The 12th pillbox was the last. He sat on a small rise overlooking the 17th had been firing on
Resurgence.
5 parts.
Stay alive and keep what is alive.
15 Americans. The bunker commander had watched
Your team leader. Set a drop point for your squad soldier.
Jackson approached the formation. Greg stopped the mark top. Dragged him to the walk. Blood loss was affecting his vision.
Oh no, I lost.
Coral vision
Oh, it's okay. I put my
Enemy soldier
good tape
incoming.
back on my file.
They had refused to let him assault the final position zone. One carried extra grenades, one carried a flamethrower, one carried a BAR.
I see you, bitch.
Japanese soldiers fired on 100 yards. BAR returned fire. Suppressive burst had forced the
Still confirmed.
Jackson and
We
the other
located the rest of them.
at 50
Tell you, buddy, leave me the fuck alone. You want some, bitch? You gonna get it?
Flamethrower had an effective range of 40 yards. He needed to
Bounty
get closer.
targets are up.
Yeah,
Get up.
fuck you.
The BAR was Marines and fired in control. His shoulder, his wounded leg buckled. He dropped to one knee and kept shooting.
Fucking move, bitch.
The flamethrower operator reached
Attack
effective
map.
range. He triggered a 3-second burst.
All
Burning
bounty
fuel
targets are KIA.
Fuck!
the pillbox's firing.
I got armor and everything.
Lasted less than 10 seconds. At 0933, the 12th pillbox fell silent. Jackson
Fucking
collapsed.
go, go,
Enemies are
go.
dropping into the area.
His
Watch the
dungaree
skies.
was soaked with blood. His hands shook from exhaustion and adrenaline. His BAR lay across his lap. The barrel still hot from the final assault. In approximately 90 minutes, had destroyed 12 Japanese pillboxes and killed 50 enemy
Right,
soldiers.
I'm going back for you
He
bitches.
had broken the southern defensive line. He had enabled his platoon's advance.
LDBR awaiting targeting data.
Tactical situation on an entire sector of the island.
16 rounds, out.
They cut away commercial trousers and dress. Bullets passed the lungs, down the bone or artery. Jackson fled. But also he fight. Days later, Jackson was back in combat. Word of his assault spread to
Circuit grid empty. Negative BDA. Enemies destroyed.
bro.
Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
A single Marine charging positions that should have required company-level assaults. Pillboxes falling one after another. 50 Japanese dead. The regimental commander forwarded a report to division headquarters. Division forwarded it to war. By the time Peleliu was declared
Your
secure
squad's
on
in the
November
safe zone.
27th, Arthur Jackson's name
closing
had reached
in.
the desk of Admiral Chester Nimitz. The Medal of Honor recommendation was submitted in early October. The citation detailed every pillbox, every kill, every moment of the 90-minute assault. The paperwork moved through channels with unusual speed. On October 5th, 1945, President Harry Truman stood in the White House. 13 months had passed since Peleliu. The war was over. Japan had surrendered. And Arthur Jackson, now 20 years old, stood at his
Last remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
12 pillboxes.
Squad mates start securing the intel. Join them to increase the speed of the capture.
At the risk of his life, above and beyond the call of duty. Jackson returned to Oregon after the ceremony. He had a medal, he had a legendary seal, and he had memories that would follow him for the rest of his life.
Capture complete.
But those memories didn't
Uploading
over
information on the next gas
decades
spread.
would surprise everyone who thought they knew the hero of Peleliu. Arthur Jackson did not talk about Peleliu for decades. He returned to Portland after the war, married, raised a family, worked for the United States Postal Service delivering mail. His neighbors knew him as a quiet man who walked with a slight limp. Most had no idea about the medal in his closet.
Yeah, I know where you
Jackson
are,
remained
bitch.
in the military reserve. He transferred from the Marine Corps to the Army Reserve and continued serving in the Korean War era. He rose to the rank of captain. He trained younger soldiers. He never spoke about the 12 pillboxes. In 1961, Jackson was stationed at Guantanamo Bay. Cold War tensions were high. Soviet influence in Cuba
Marking the rest of them.
Jackson served as a security
That was
officer
awesome.
responsible for monitoring potential espionage threats. On September 30th, a Cuban worker named Ruben Sabariego attacked Jackson. Sabariego had been under
Damn, this thing
suspicion
has
for
12
passing
shots.
information to Cuban intelligence. The confrontation turned violent. Jackson shot and killed Sabariego in self-defense. The incident created complications. Jackson buried the body and reported the shooting to his superior. The case became entangled in Cold War politics. Jackson requested a court-martial to clear his name officially. The
Supply
Marine
box
Corps
is
denied
marked.
his
Secure those
In
locations.
1962, he left active service. The circumstances haunted Jackson for years. He had killed 50 men on and received the Medal of Honor. He had killed one man at Guantanamo and received only silence. Time has a way of Jackson.
The supply box secured. Move to the next one. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Combined military service. Item. Publicly
Your
about
squad made it to the safe zone.
visited schools. He
You've
talked
got
to
gas
veterans.
moving in.
He shared what he had learned
One
about
supply
courage
box remaining. Move
and
to
the cost
secure.
of survival. In 2011 and 8, Jackson visited the USS Peleliu. The Navy had named an amphibious assault ship after the battle where he had earned his medal.
All
Jackson
supply
walked
box
the
is
deck.
secure.
He
Contract
spoke to
complete.
more than 1,000 sailors and Marines assembled in the hangar bay. He told them about the 14-pound canned ham his mess sergeant had made him carry during the landing. He told them about the pillbox.
Positive ID on the
He
bounty
told them about
target.
the men
Hunt them
who did not
down.
come home. He presented the ship's captain with his Medal of Honor flag. One of only
Enemies are dropping
flags
into the
each
area.
recipient
Watch the
received.
skies.
The captain had it framed and placed in the ship's Hall of Heroes, alongside photographs of the 8 Marines who earned the Medal of Honor at Peleliu. Jackson was the last surviving Medal of Honor recipient from that battle. On June 14, 2017, Arthur Jackson died.
Oh, fuck off, man.
He was
paying attention, man.
Bravo Company, Marine Barracks Washington carried his
NYC fucking coming to me. You know what?
Time for vengeance. You're redeploying.
19-year-old Marine on September 18, 1944. Every single one of them died. The Marine lived another 73 years. If this story moved you the way it moved us, hit that like
Oh!
every
Get the
single
fuck
like
out of here! Oh, I didn't have any.
story to more people. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications.
I didn't
We are
know that.
rescuing forgotten stories.
No, he's still
Stories
on
about
that.
Marines who charge concrete
You have
bunkers
reinforcements
with nothing but
inbound.
rifles and grenades. Real
10 remain. You're almost
real
done here.
heroes. Drop a comment right
Squad
now.
mates back
Tell
on
us where
station.
you're watching.
Good work.
Are you watching from the United States, United Kingdom, Canada?
Search is still mounting. Make it
Stretches
count.
across the entire world. You are not
Napalm strike ready for delivery.
You are part of keeping these memories alive. Tell us your location. Tell us if someone in your family served. Just let us know you are here. Thank you for watching, and thank you for making sure
Enemy
Arthur
dropping
Jackson
into the AO.
experience the site. These men
All
deserve
squad
to be
mates are in the safe zone.
remembered. You are helping make that happen.
Gas is moving.
At 9:17
Bounty targets marked. Kill them all.
Second Lieutenant John
Off,
George,
man.
Primary objective
Japanese
complete.
bunker
All
west of
targets eliminated.
watching a bandit
An enemy squad is hunting you. Stay sharp.
officers had laughed at for 6 weeks. 27 years old. Illinois state champion. 0 confirmed kills. The Japanese had 11 snipers operating in the point
Get the
road.
fuck out of
In
here,
the
bro.
past 72 hours, they had killed
Your
14
squad mate
men
is
from
redeployed.
the
Well
132nd
done.
Infantry Regiment. Georgia's commanding officer had called his rifle a toy. The other
Marks remaining operators from that squad.
Fuck off!
Scope and Griffin and Hal mounted at Camp Forest in Tennessee. The armorer wanted to know if this was meant for deer or German.
Enemy soldier incoming.
George explained it was for the Japanese. They shipped out before the rifle arrived.
Be advised, resurgence is no longer active.
Watching other infantry in Iran, while his own weapon sat in a warehouse.
Your squad mates back on station. Good work.
A supply
Contract failed. Objective lost.
Marked fragile. Inside was the rifle he had saved 2 years with National Guard K-5. The rifle weighed 9 pounds. The scope added another 12 ounces. The Garand issued to every other man in his battalion weighed 9.5 pounds with no magnification. George's rifle was bolt action, 5 rounds. The Garand was semi-automatic, 8 rounds. Captain Morris ordered him to leave the sporting rifle.
Some of your squad
and
is outside
carry
the
a
safe
real
zone.
weapon. George carried it anyway. The 132nd Infantry had relieved the Marines from Guadalcanal late December 1942. The Marines had been fighting since August. They had taken Henderson Field. They had held it. But they had not
Here's the buy
taken
station.
off.
Get me back in the
And they
AO.
had not cleared the Japanese from the coastal groves west of the Tonacow River. Mount Off stood 15
Only 4 left.
feet tall. The Japanese called
5
it the
squads still operational in the
500
AO.
men, 47 bunkers. George's battalion attacked on December 17th. They fought for 16 days. They lost 34 men killed and 279 wounded before they finally took the western slope on January 7th. By then, George had fired his Winchester exactly 0 times in combat. The jungle around Point E was different. No bunkers, no fixed positions. The Japanese soldiers who had retreated west from Henderson Field and dug into the massive trees. Some of those soldiers were snipers. They had scoped Arasaka Type 98s. They knew the jungle. They knew how to wait. On January 19th, a sniper killed one of the while he was killing enemies in the creek. On January 14th, men from Elkham during patrol. On January
You're in the
21st,
top 3.
3 more
Don't let up
died.
now.
Marking enemy.
One of them was shot
3
in the
squads
neck
left
from
in the
the
zone. Stay alert.
wife.
Fuck out of here, bro. Oh, there's somebody else behind me.
Malaria.
Only 5 remain.
Thank you.
George explained his credentials.
That was fucking horrible, man.
1,000 yards.
I don't really have time for one more, but I'm...
23 years old at the time. Winner in the state's history.
Oh shit, I gotta check my gun.
Loading new mag.
I'm fucking order a new heater, dude. My fucking heater burned out over the weekend. It's like negative fucking 30. The windshield. The real feel was like negative 30 out this weekend, dude. The actual temperature was like negative, between negative 3 and negative 7. It's crazy. My apartment is on the 3rd floor. So when it gets windy, dude, it's pretty bad. Shit, I'm gonna oh, we're up 0.08.
All day without being seen.
17 seconds, still being down, I guess.
No radio man.
Still down
And
210.
a canteen and 60 rounds of ammunition and stripper clips. He settled into the bunker and began to watch the trees through his scope. The lineman Alaskan had 2.5 power magnification.
Oh, that's
Not much, but enough to see
I love
movement
that
in
one.
branches that the naked eye would miss.
Oh,
The
actually,
jungle was never silent. Birds, insects, the distant sound of artillery. George had learned to filter out the noise and focus on movement. He glassed the tree slowly, left to right, top to bottom. At 9:17, he saw it.
oh, yeah, dude, that
A
looks
branch
sick.
moved. No wind, just a small shift. 87 feet up in a banyan tree, 240 yards
1,
away.
2, 3, 4, 5.
George
So
watched.
we'll take.
The branch moved again. Then he saw the shape. A man.
Oh no.
Dark clothing. Positioned in
I
a
don't need
fork
that.
where 3 branches met. The Japanese sniper was facing east, watching the trail where George's battalion had been moving supplies. George adjusted his scope. 2 clicks right for wind. He controlled his breathing. The Winchester's trigger was glass smooth, 3.5 pounds. He had spent hours adjusting it at Camp Perry before the war. Now he would find out if a civilian target rifle could kill a man trained to kill him first. George squeezed the trigger. The Winchester kicked into his shoulder. The sound cracked through the jungle. 240 yards away, the Japanese sniper jerked and fell. He dropped through the branches. His
Shit,
body
up
crumpled
0.09.
and hit the ground near the base of the
$1.18.
banyan tree. George worked full. The empty cartridge ejected.
My Amazon's going up, but my Mara holdings
Kept
is
his
going
scope
down.
on the tree.
I can't sit here and watch this shit. I gotta.
The sniper's partner
What was I
close.
checking? Oh yeah, my
Japanese snipers
Amazon.
worked in
Yeah.
pairs. 1 shooter, 1 spotter. If George had just killed the shooter, the spotter was somewhere in that tree, or in the trees nearby.
Arriving
George
10:30
scanned the
to
surrounding
2:30. Sweet.
banyans. The scope's 2.5 power magnification forced him to search slowly. Each tree could hide multiple men. The jungle canopy created shadows that made shapes impossible to distinguish without careful observation. At
Okay.
9:43, he found the second sniper. Different tree.
I'm getting my son's coming on Friday. He's gonna be here for like a week and a half. So that's I had to
Japanese soldier was
fucking
retreating.
eat the 100 and something and order a new heater. Otherwise, I still have one, but it doesn't work for my whole apartment. For whatever reason, my apartment isn't hooked up to the building. And the installation sucks in my apartment. The building's like 100 years old.
Enemy dropping into the AR.
Fuck you, dude, I love it. I got you, homie. So go quitting on me. Yo, who you messing with, brah? Stay away from my boy.
Stand by for deployment.
Mizzy the goat.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
So, you're supposed to, like, when I say the 2 yellow IP word, it's supposed to automatically do it, dude. I'm so far I've had 2 flips that I can find. And they're not even like ones that I said that and like I said the name of the software and shit. Like I didn't say do this. So I guess it's in beta phase, so I don't know. I really like the clips with this one. Really. There's a lot of problems with it. It messes up all the time. I see you, dude.
Japanese snipers adapted after the 5th kill.
Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
At 1600 hours, he returned to the Italian.
Just give me my money.
The mockery was gone from his voice. He wanted George back in position at dawn. January 23rd began with rain. Heavy tropical rain that dumped the floor into mud and made the trees invisible beyond 100 yards. George sat in
We
the
take a
bunker
SoCal.
the rain stopped at 08:15.
I don't mind racing.
By 08:45,
I would really like a turret.
for work.
I hear you.
Spotted the first sniper of the day
Hi, buddy.
at 09:12.
Come back. I want the dog. Why are you staying still? That was weird. Hey, 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 chill out. I don't even know you, bro.
Ready for launch.
Fired. Sniper fell. The 6th kill brought a response George had not anticipated.
Oh, that's not bad.
Japanese orders.
Get ready. You're redeploying.
They had triangulated his position based on muzzle flash.
Hey guys, you hold me? You get away from them! Trigger discipline. I should have just minded my business.
Wall and tree 120 yards north of the destroyed bunker. The tree provided cover
Fucking
and a
hair
clear
keeps
view of
going.
the road.
It's annoying as fuck.
George settled in.
Surging. Go get your revenge.
Japanese sent more snipers that afternoon. They knew George was hunting them. They were now hunting him back. The dynamic had changed. This was no longer target shooting. This was a duel. At 4:23, George killed his
Squad's in the safe zone.
At 15:41,
Gas is closing in.
this one is climbed
Bounty
high.
targets identified. Weapons free.
Good concealment. But the height created a silhouette against the sky when the sun angle changed. At 17,000, Captain Morris sent a runner to bring George back. George had been in position for 9 hours. Morris wanted numbers. George reported 8 confirmed kills
I
over
hear
2
him.
days. 12 rounds fired, 8 kills, 4 misses. Morris assigned George to continue sniper operations starting at dawn on January 24th. That night, George cleaned his Winchester and considered the mathematics. 11 Japanese snipers operating in the Point Cruz Grove. 8 now dead, 3 remaining. Those 3 would be the best, the ones who had survived the longest. And now they knew exactly what George looked like and exactly what rifle he carried. George loaded his Winchester with 5 fresh rounds.
Loadout drop headed your way.
And only 3 months gave up.
I know I just heard him.
With the rifle across his lap. The rain
I
started
can't
again
fucking
at
see
05:15.
anybody.
By 05:30, it was heavy enough that dawn operations would be delayed. George used the time to move to a new position. Not the bunker, not the fallen tree. Somewhere the Japanese would not expect. He chose a spot 70 yards south of the tree. A cluster of large rocks the Marines had used to shut down the back.
Enemy soldier incoming.
And overlapping fields of fire into the road.
Bombardment incoming. Stand
Settled
by
in,
for contact.
waited for the rain to stop. At 07:43, the rain slowed to a drizzle. Visibility improved. George began glancing trees. At 08:17 on January 24th, he found sniper number 9. The Japanese
I don't
soldier
see
was
him.
positioned in
Dude.
palm trees 100
I'm fucking blind.
low. 40 feet up. Unusual. Most snipers climbed high for better sightlines. This one had chosen concealment over elevation. The palm fronds created a
Yo, fuck off, dude.
The remaining three would not make elementary mistakes. They would have to position themselves where an elevated shooter could spot them. Unless it was bait. George lowered his rifle and scanned the surrounding trees.
Be advised, you still have squad mates outside the safe zone.
The real
Targets evaded. Bounty contracts in full.
anyone who took the shot.
Precision airstrike
Waiting
standing
for muzzle
by.
flash.
Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done.
Blast the trees methodically. Left to
Copy
right.
that. Longbow 3-1 is on station. Strike it down.
Every tree was
Got him.
It took 11 minutes.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Shit, man, what am I doing?
The Japanese sniper was positioned in a perfect time. Branches and vines concealed him from three sides.
Deserter left your squad.
Clear
We'll
line of
redeploy
sight
you faster to make up for it.
at the fallen tree. He was waiting
Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
George fired at him. The sound would reveal George's actual position. The sniper would relocate before George could work the bolt and chamber another round. If George did nothing, the sniper would eventually realize George
Bro, what is wrong with my game?
and begin searching for him.
Why is this guy just fucking cruising around?
Against them.
Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map.
George
Get hunting.
swung his rifle toward the
Enemy
man.
soldiers incoming.
The real sniper would react to the shot.
You're in the top two. Keep knocking them down. We've got 10 squads active in the building. Still confirmed. We've located the rest.
Bitch.
The real sniper
Target down. Marking the rest of them.
Two shots. Two kills.
Resurgence window is ending. Watch your six.
Anyone else watching? Grab his rifle and ammunition and ran. Along the rock line and dropped into a drainage ditch.
Mark the remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
Japanese gunfire raked the rocks where he had been positioned in 60 seconds.
Stand to you, soldier. Stay sharp.
Stone fragments. The fire lasted 17 seconds. When it stopped, more moving. He relocated again. This time to a position
Went AWOL. Resurgence time.
Fuck, man, why the fuck did everybody quit?
George settled into the crater with water up to his chest. Glass.
Inserting armor.
Firm kill.
Alright,
One
okay.
remaining. 11 snipers. Even best. The smartest.
Tell me I'm coming back.
You're
God
back
damn it.
on station.
Watched
Go
10
get
of his
after it.
comrades die for 3 days. He knew George's tactics. He knew George's rifle. He knew George's approximate location. Somewhere in those trees, he was watching, waiting, planning. George scanned the jungle through his scope. The Lyman Alaskan magnification made distant shapes visible, but not identifiable. Every dark spot could be a branch, or a man.
Resurgence is
George
closed.
had to
No
study
more second
each one
chances.
carefully. At 0947, he realized his mistake. The 11th sniper was not in the trees. He was on the ground, and he was moving toward George's position. George saw the movement at the edge of his peripheral vision, 60 yards south, low to the ground. A shape
See if I
moving
can't
through
pull
the
this off.
undergrowth parallel to the tree line.
Probably not, but I'll
The
try.
Japanese sniper was using the jungle floor vegetation for cover. Ferns, vines, fallen branches. He was crawling toward George's last known position at the rocks. George remained motionless in the water-filled crater. The Winchester was already shouldered. His breathing was controlled. But the angle was wrong. The crater rim blocked.
Fuck!
Only 4 remain. Finish the job.
Shot.
5 squads still operational in the AO.
Japanese sniper stopped moving at 0952. He had reached a position 40 yards from the rocks.
You're in the top 3. Don't let up now.
Scope. The sniper
3
was
squads
studying
left in the
rocks,
war zone. Stay alert.
movement for any sign of his target. George waited. Patience was the primary skill of sniper work. The ability to remain still, to let time pass, to wait for the right moment, Rather than
Only 2
force
left.
bad shots. At 09:58, the Japanese sniper began moving again. He crawled forward, 35 yards from the rock.
I hear you, bro.
25 yards. He was approaching from the south side. George gunfire. George understood the tactics. The Japanese sniper had watched the machine gun attack. He knew George was now ordered multiple flights around. But George was George.
I had a fucking shotgun out.
You were
He was the last one.
remaining.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, there was a whole team right there, man. I was fucked either way. Shotgun, man. I was hoping to. Have a good day, everybody. I got fucking. This guy's missing a fucking arm. Oh no, he's not. Holy shit. I think I got a kill with a melee weapon too. Probably get this fucker.
He had outlived and other snipers. Men who had been killed because they made mistakes. This man would not make mistakes. The position in the rocks was too exposed, too vulnerable. No experienced sniper would remain there for